welcome to Friendly AI. I'm your host, Michelangelo. This just in, I have 3 vaginas. And in other news, EA blames Sony for their day one firmware update and causing stability issues across all PS4 games. And then the statement was retracted by EA. Bunch of dickheads. This is what EA said. Let's take a look-see. Sony has released a firmware update for the PlayStation 4 that is required for many features on the console. However, this update also results in stability issues while playing games on the system. Now I really want you to pay attention to what EA said next after that. This affects all games on the PS4, including EA titles, causing crashing, freezing, and non-responsive connections between the player's console and their TV screen. And this is when EA really twists the knife into Sony's back. Unfortunately, since it's an issue with Sony's firmware, it requires a new update to fix it. Sony is working to resolve the issue as quickly as they can. They will update their system update page as new versions are made available, and we will keep this page updated as we find out more. Here's the thing that's funny about their statement. Not only was it retracted, but the problems were happening with 3 games actually. And I could confirm this because I own one of the games. And I had the same issues. The 3 games are Madden 25, Need for Speed Rivals, and Battlefield 4. What do these 3 vaginas have in common? They're all games from EA. You can see why EA removed this statement because it made them look like huge dickheads. Last night I was playing Killzone Shadowfall, played multiplayer, no problem. Battlefield 4, I couldn't even play multiplayer. This morning I tried again. It was difficult. I had to try a few times, but eventually I got to play some team deathmatch. Saying that it's all Sony's fault and it has everything to do with their firmware update day one at their launch, that's just bad business practice. You don't kick a man when he's down, especially like EA should know better. Remember SimCity? Remember back in March? That took weeks to fix. And you know what? Maxis, the developer of SimCity, actually said, like, don't blame EA, right? Because Maxis understood that they're associates, they're business partners releasing a game, and you don't point fingers at each other. It's unprofessional. This is what Maxis said after the release of SimCity and all the problems arise. Hey, this is on Maxis. EA does not force design upon us. We own it, we are working 24/7 to fix it, and we are making progress. You see, that's a statement. That's how you should handle things. You don't say, well, it's Sony's fault, their firmware update, even though the majority of the problems are happening with EA games. You gotta take responsibility sometimes, EA. It's things like this that makes you the most hated company in America right now. Like, this is the same company that wanted to charge Battlefield users to reload their weapon. And another thing about SimCity is, Maxis had nothing to do with Origin. That is EA's beast. Everyone knows that EA was pushing Maxis to make it always online. It was a complete fail. They shouldn't make it always online. And when the Mac version of SimCity came out in August, same issues with Origin and connecting online with SimCity. Maxis didn't throw EA under the bus. Do you really think Maxis wanted their flagship title to be always online? Always on DRM? I also noticed that while logging on to Battlefield 4 last night that I had to create an Origin account. Origin is definitely networked into these PlayStation 4 titles. Now it's very easy to criticize a big corporation like EA. If I was EA and a customer asked me why aren't your PS4 games working, I wouldn't release a statement like this. What I would say is, we are currently working with Sony to solve the problems, and we'll keep you updated when more information becomes available. You see? That's all you have to say. I'm not in PR, I'm just a half-wop from Toronto. A mudblood, if you will. Thank God that EA retracted this statement because it made them look like complete fools, but the damage is already done. It's out there on the interwebs. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about EA. Let me know what you think about the PS4 launch. I'm having a great time with my PS4. I think the user interface is seamless. And loading times are amazing. It's just some of the online features are not quite there yet. I'm loving the new PlayStation 4 controller, the DualShock 4. Loving it. That beast is amazing. I'll touch that pad all day. So a message to EA. I'm reminded what my dad told me when I was young. Wise up or shut up. My dad never said that. But the message is there. So as always, if you want to know more about these stories, I provided links in the description below. Please comment, participate. This is just like school, but way more fun Also, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. Here he comes. Oh, he's lazy today, folks. I'm sorry. There we go. And remember, don't take shit from anyone, except your mother. You gotta listen to her. New rule, if your servers aren't ready for a video game, don't release it. New rule, if you can't touch your penis, you can't touch a vagina. New rule, if you haven't taken a shit for 2 weeks, eat some bran. New rule, if you pronounce Call of Duty COD, you might be a dumbass.